I'm not gonna lie, if I'd been paying 10% less attention, I would have gone into the victory track with my 3-star deck. Oh, BG4, that's a great alliance name. It's an old joke, but I like it. Okay, somebody's running recoil. Yeah, is there anyone that scares me given that? I don't think so. And somebody doesn't like mystics. Hey, Punjabi. Martin, how's it going, guys? Definitely Blade. I think we go Quicksilver first. I do think I want Scorpion. I also want Toad. Hey, Dan. Yeah, I think Scorpion was the more important pick, but I would like to pick him up again. There we go. Needed that. Kind of like Nova against these opponents. Like, Sam was tempting, but you just know that if you pick Sam, they draft Gallon. That's like... Sam, I think I'm only willing to take last round. Oh, I'm sorry, Martin. That's rough, man. Um... They have options for Toad. Maybe I should have taken Killmonger instead. I think I should have taken Killmonger instead. I guess this is just if they place Kingpin on defense. Which is not the worst thing to have an answer for. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. We know it'll be Kingpin. But I think I can beat that. Hey, Devil Dog. I always have to double check the pre-fights. I don't fully trust them. I could have done that better. I think we still win, but I could have done that better. I think I could have used the striker before the special too, and then I think it would have ended things if I had just been a little bit more mindful of my spirit gain. Hey, Zach, J. Will, how's it going, guys? Hi, Matt. Hey, Mike. I think our opponent might not be used to inequity. Seems to have slowed them down a fair amount. Yeah, things are okay, all considered. Thanks, MST. I'm still getting used to how strikers interact with Conflictor. I don't feel like I have an intuitive sense of it just yet. I honestly forgot to draft a dedicated answer to him, but I have a non-dedicated answer to him. That was a bad idea, that was a bad idea, that was a bad idea. I was thinking about it as it happened, and I was like, this won't send him red, right? No, 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 it definitely will, definitely will. Put it on cooldown. Alright. It's gonna sting. Can I kill him quickly enough? Who knows? I guess the trade-off for my inputs there was his harvest not working. That was not good. Yeah. And they played very well. I don't think that was winnable. That's fine. I'm pretty frustrated with some of those parries just turning into dropping block entirely, though. Hey, Doodoo, how's it going? Okay, I need you to block one more time. Please be enough. Ah. Yeah, despair and inequity are huge. The dropped inputs don't get me much, honestly. Some of them are very clearly like, there's some extra oil on my hands, or I haven't cleaned my screen in a while, or my thumb slips a little bit. Like, I think one of the important things to keep in mind through this is how much of the inputs are on our side of the glass. That really is a big thing. And I think that there is a huge section of the community that used to accept a certain amount of that was just how it works when you're playing a game on your phone. And then ever since the input problem happened legitimately, They've just shifted over 100% of the issues to that excuse and kind of forgotten that there are any other choices. There obviously are still legitimate input issues. They happen to all of us, but I think it's much, much lower than reported. Yeah, me too, Mike. And what's funny is that I basically tiptoed right up to it because I had been in some of those conversations and I didn't know that was going out. So it was really funny to read that. It's kind of vindicating. How am I liking Blade in this meta? Took him out of my deck. I I think he's still good, but you need to be very careful. Um, I was not there. I think I could have easily won that fight if I had baited out the special 2, blocked it properly, and then thrown my special 2 with him at like 1.5 bars of power. But he does run into the general problem where characters that apply debuffs are not a problem. Characters that apply debuffs on their specials, that like on their kill shot specials, are always weaker because it makes it that much less safe to throw said kill shot specials. And so Blade is just one of those. You can't really rely on 40% ability accuracy reduction to save you, as I proved rather spectacularly. And it doesn't mean he's not good, but it means that he is automatically a little bit less good than someone who has no debuffs on a special 1 or 2 that is almost sure to kill. I know, Laser. I completely understand that it's easy to forget. My point is just that I think it's probably about time for some of the community to make an intentional effort to remember. Hey, Slagator. I definitely am not. My arena days are past me. But I wish luck to anyone going for him. Tough round. Why does Blade's Danger Sense stop recoil on defenders? It's still an ability on defenders, man. It's not like those abilities have a tag that says, oh, this is bad, let it through. I guess it's time to use Spot. Hey, Krakatol. Wildcat, how's it going? And hey, Capitan, I think I forgot to say hi to you. My assumption, Laser, is that that will probably happen at some point, but that doesn't mean it will be soon. This draft went really, really poorly, and I think I could have planned ahead a little bit better. But we still did not see a lot of answers to their threats. Nice, congrats on the rank 5. That's awesome. It's fine, Slagator. I'm a big boy. So it takes away their attack increase. That I don't think it can cause to fail, Matt. I think it only takes away the debuffs. I really hate the hitbox on that thing. I shouldn't have gone for it. Dang it. If he had just gone for a heavy there, instead of backing off, this went really poorly. Dude! I haven't had that happen in a while, but he just dropped block. That's so frustrating. And there's no way to report input issues in Battlegrounds. I don't think there's any healthy way for me to answer that, Sniper. If I say yes, people go insane. Jeez, I almost won even with that. Freaking. That's so frustrating. I was even trying to do the block dash out like I had just done 5 times in a row. But if I say yes, people freak out. If I say no, people say I confirmed and that we promised. And then if it does get touched, I'm at blame. It's... Mm-mm. No comment. Okay. That's just what we're doing today. I'm gonna lose my stuff. Yep. Hey, better. Breathe. Why did I give Carl crit resistance again? Kidding. Hey, Vega. I needed that turnaround. I'm gonna grab some water and be right back. Excuse me. Yeah, Matt, that is absolutely going in win messy. How does it feel fighting the champion I designed? Honestly, I like it. Because my intent was to create a difficult but interactive and manageable defender, and I feel like I succeeded, right? Because he goes bleed immune. He has regen. He's not a dimensional being. Blade is a terrible counter in a lot of ways. But I was able to control the fight enough that it was still the right call, knowing that they would place him. Knowing that they would place him, assuming, oh, he's just going to destroy this guy because he doesn't have a counter. But I was able to play around it enough that it was the right move to place an actual difficult defender that they didn't have a clear answer for and bet on them doing worse. And that is, like, in my mind, that is the mark of a good defender. That you, if you're not able to force your opponent into a difficult matchup and you don't have a good counter to that defender, they should stop you. And he would have. But if you are able to force them into a bad matchup and then you are able to outplay them with an okay counter, then like that's the goal. That's what I wanted for Carl. And so even though I timed out there, that it's interesting playing him to more directly answer, or playing against him to more directly answer the question, because it's like, did I do what I set out to do? And the answer there is yes. And doing what I set out to do is going to mean that sometimes I'm probably going to time out or lose to him, because that means I did my job right. Yeah, there he is, laser. That's the phrase I was looking for. Slagator, no, she does not have reverse controls. It must have been the node. Described me in BGs. I mean, to me, that's one of the key parts of the node, right? I don't think BGs is just about executing perfect matchups. Like, it shouldn't just be, all right, well, both people have. Oh, what's a good one? Both people have Gallon versus Penny, and let's just see who does it faster and who gets screwed by AI. Like, to me, that's not entertaining. Having enough of a meta and enough diversity in attackers and defenders within that meta that the draft and the placement
matter is huge. And obviously, that draft went against us. I was definitely fighting uphill during the placement, and I didn't play very well in the first 2 rounds either. But I held on in the second one enough that the choices I was making in placement allowed me to come out of it. And like that was in a lot of ways not particularly fun, and I'm sure our opponent is frustrated, but like that to me is a sign that the system is working correctly. I also designed Absorbing Man to be fun to fight, and if you take out the whole like what are the consequences of failure thing, I feel like he absolutely does that. I want him to throw this special this time, I want him to throw that special that time. It's fine with me if he refines for an instant as long as that's the special I punish. Like I can choose to let him have this regen because it's going to set me up to be able to turn off the more dangerous one later. I don't mind the morph charges building as long as I'm not here too long. Let me make sure I'm ready for the specials so that I line up the spacing. There was one spot where I didn't line up the spacing, and so I didn't punish. That actually wasn't intentional. There are just little things about the fight throughout where I'm like, yes, this is what I wanted to build. I wanted someone fun to fight, where they were dangerous enough for you to care about the consequences, but there was always something you could do. And I really, yeah, I feel like he landed very well. He's fun to fight so you miss a dex and lose 60% to a blocked hit. Don't let him get refined, Matt. Sorry, I have very little sympathy there. That's a rank 5 thing, isn't it? I'm not giving up mine. But that's a me skill issue. I know. It's so hard. Cake Bishop is not fun to fight. See, I disagree with you there too, but I understand. She probably landed a little harder than I intended. Funny, my boss has a reputation for creating attackers and giving them a single like defensive wrinkle and then oops, they're terrible. And I feel like I've started picking that up, and so I'm slightly sorry, but only slightly. I'm very happy with Kate right now. Yeah, Viv's special 1 of 8 is tough. She does the whole flippy thing like Bishop, and it's terrifying. Hey, William. Hey, Ghost Dog. Would be amazing if you decided to use Gallon here. That's fine. Kate has drained my revive stash. I'm sorry to hear that. Have you, like, seriously, have you tried using someone who directly counters her ability? Yeah, I knew we just needed to not touch him for a second. I tend to fight first, read later. I mean, I did want you to have to plan a little bit. Sorry. Yeah, exactly, Ghost Dog. Not only is it slightly out of rhythm, but her flipping around away from the camera means it's difficult to see exactly when the beam goes forward. Hey, Cyber. Scary thing about Kate is failing to dex her cold snap arrow. Yup. Which is why if it's the special one, you can block it. And then you can try and bait out a different, or you can try and bait it out to make sure that it's a different arrow on the special too if you're not confident on the dex. I don't think she's even the strongest Avenger in this game, Nick. Not on defense or on offense. This might have been a mistake. I probably should have thrown this one and kept Valkyrie for Gallon. I think I just got. Hey, Easy, how's it going? Back off, buddy. Yeah, I got. I should have thrown this one. She's got stronger cold snap than Iceman. Yeah, man, Iceman came out 5, 6 years ago. Is this your is this your first game? Sorry, that was a little pointed, but like, come on. Yeah. I knew I had it once they placed Wiccan. If they had placed Galen, I wasn't confident. And I realized that the reason they didn't is because they were scared that I was going to place Nimrod. But if I were them, I would have placed Galen and used Wiccan for Nimrod, and I think it would have gone better. Yeah, Quicksilver is far worse than Korg. Couldn't Chavez easily deal with Galen? I don't know about easily. Because it's not like she has the attack tactic right now. Like, you would need to stay on top of reversing his power, which means you probably need to beta heavy, medium heavy, beta heavy, medium heavy, beta heavy, medium heavy, and then try to parry him to actually reverse it to keep him from throwing specials. And then maybe you can do that long enough to actually kill him. But you still have the same problem you normally have against Galen, which is that if you're not actually knocking him down enough, and hopefully the specials do enough, right? Hopefully you're able to control his mass. But if he doesn't need much of a lead on you to spiral. Like, I was going to do it. I was going to try, and it wouldn't have been impossible for me to win. But I think that that was a tactical error on our opponent's end, because I think if you had flipped it around, it would have gone better for them. Because there's a huge difference between a fight that I think I can win and a fight like that Chavez versus Wiccan, where I'm like, I just need to not screw up. I don't need him to throw a special literally ever. I can just block my way through this and he's dead. Yeah, and I will say I have the advantage on that Chavez fight that was literally the closing fight of my tournament performance this weekend when they were both 3 stars. And so I knew she could do it on even footing. Although you can also see the difference between a rank 3 and a rank 4 because I almost didn't close the loop. I just barely got to that special 2 in time for me to get all 3 of my dimensions up. That was kind of scary. The 3-star did better. Anyway, I have a meeting right on the hour, so I'm going to log off and go to work. But thank you everybody for hanging out. It was a good stream, and I will catch y'all later. Have a good one.